Hello, everybody, for the second time today. Welcome to another episode of CMS Match Spotlight. Today, this is going to be Revenant versus Annihilation, and for the first time this weekend, actually, we've actually got as many players as we need. SDQ is apparently going to be coming a bit later, but we will be getting the match underway now. That's the 8th player for the Revenant, not SDQ, it's LOV, but yeah, same player. We've got mandatory match rules: 1 ninja cap per map, no ghosting, 1 pyro, archer, assassin, mage, 2 medics, 3 heavies, soldiers, and ninjas. And it's an 8v8. I am Proterozoic, and commentating with me will be Sportyman56 when he gets here at 6:30, and Eeyore6. Hello.
Hello.
We're just getting underway now, and the map that Revenant have chosen for their map pick is interesting, I will say.
Yeah, I agree.
I would
Very
not have
PvP
picked this.
based.
Yeah, against Annihilation, I would question that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a really PvP-centered team, it's a great map pick. Against Annihilation, I mean, none of these players are bad, but to say that any of them are quite the level of Annihilation yet, or at least together, I would be very concerned, straight up. And, I mean, you've got Brandino, you've got Netflix, you've got Squantonius. They're fantastic players.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it already. I mean, just straight in, you've got 2 heavies trying to clear the flag room, and they've basically cleared it. They've get rid of the pyro, they've got rid of the medic, and one of the heavies is still alive, and Squantonius is out halfway.
He's going up, yeah.
He's going to go down here, I
How's
think,
the
unless
medic?
he gets healed. I think
Maybe
he did just
the timer.
He just got healed. He got healed, and Doggies is doing the damage. Pepe did try to ninja there, but does nothing. The only one alive now is the rejected. Fantastic assassination there.
That was a good assassinate.
Incredible clutch there. But, I mean, that still doesn't bode well. I mean, the fact that 2 heavies just cleared their entire flag room and then got out halfway. I mean, not even the medic died.
Revenant did a good job of staying together on offense.
And this time, Doggies is still
going
alive. They didn't even bother. They didn't even bother waiting. They went straight back into the flag room, and there was nothing there to stop them. They're now out with a. And this time they're actually watching for the assassin. He's already out halfway across the map, and now they've got support. I expect that
hit Doggies forward quite a bit.
Yeah, but that's all you need. You only need it to be knocked forward once, and this is going to be a real quick trap for Annihilation. I think that was a good decision, not to bother respawning and going in together.
Definitely.
You could just capitalize on it.
And they managed to get it going in.
And now we've got to just defend against 1 player. K-Rex is doing his best. He does steal, but it was never in a month of Sundays going to
loads of people.
Actually, I'm not sure why the heavy was waiting outside for him. I mean, with a medic, I can understand because you can get healed on the way out without taking too much damage as a medic. But
Revenant's flag room isn't looking very bulky. They've got
it's one of those things that usually I say roaming is key in a match. You need to have a lot of roaming because you can essentially hit them twice, once on the way in and once on the way out.
Yeah.
You get twice as much damage off. In this sense, I think having a big flag room defense is beneficial because there are only certain exits you've got here. They're pretty limited, and you can essentially keep them from getting out. But right now, you've got really bulky Annihilation defense with basically no problem in the flag room. They're just clearing every time. Getting in and out. I mean,
Squan got the heal as well.
They're also not doing anything to target the medic, which is a disastrous plan.
True. They're not really getting in front of him either. They're just sort of letting him go.
Pretty much. I mean, there's the second capture.
Yeah,
this is not the plan.
Very quick.
It's not a smart strategy, and it's also not a smart map.
There's a fight going on.
I think they would have been better going off with the match that map that they had yesterday, Dragon Valley. Now, although they lost that map, I think it better suits them because it's more defensively based. They have more chance to roam if they wanted to do the roaming. And I think it's partly a positioning issue, and I think it's also partly the defensive issue.
Yeah. Oh, Pepe switched to heavy defense now.
2 heavies.
Now they have 2 heavies.
That's much better. And I would say I do like the 2 heavies that they actually have.
Yeah.
They're probably what 2 of the better PvPs if I were to choose one. The problem is the big difference between Annihilation and Revenant right now is those 2 heavies on Annihilation side have a medic, and that medic has already gotten out with very little
it
problem.
is going.
Halfway across. I mean, he could web them like that. Yeah,
There
which
you
is
go.
exactly what
There's
he did.
the web.
He's webbed. Those heavies are never going to catch him.
Web
He's
the
webbed them.
sponge.
The only thing that can stop him now is a ninja, which I think Pepe was the only ninja, and he wasn't.
No, and then he switched off. Yeah.
That is going to be a cap.
This is a cap.
Oh, he's going to give it to
Pyro cap.
Pyro cap. I wouldn't say that was.
Very
I think that was a bit unnecessary, but
yeah.
So Castle Bravo or Doggy's got the
yeah.
That's not exactly surprising given he got the captures and clearly did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I mean, from the looks of things, he was just obliterating the Ghostly Gasco.
We'll see. So they were down one, but
personally,
sure.
I wouldn't have chosen her as a pyro choice because she's not. I mean, she's a pyro main, but she's by far not the better pyro mains.
Yeah.
I mean, she has the capacity to do really well. The problem is she doesn't get a lot of support, and she's not the best PvPer. And against Annihilation, you need to have PvP, otherwise you are just going to go down. Especially when you have Squantonius and Doggy's double heavy offense.
Yeah. At the moment, she's not very active either. She hasn't been on
She doesn't have the
casual
propensity
CTF match.
to get better.
Yeah.
Now, I think this is only going to get worse for Revenant because I don't think anything can challenge Brandino, even slightly.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for them.
I think he's a better PvPer than most, if not all, players on Revenant's side. By the way, they only have 5 players on right now. Sorry, 6 players now. Which is probably also not a good idea. And and there's definitely nothing that he can do in off against him as an archer. I mean, the best archer on Revenant is Zafina, and she can't fight Brandino. I've seen it before. She just goes down. And even if she could go down, she doesn't like playing archer.
Mm.
I have noticed you, Creeper Flame. I mean, it's difficult to pick a player of the game right now because it's quite a whitewash, I would say. I mean, even more so than the match we've just watched. Speaking of which, you were in that match. What was it like for you?
In the match that I just did?
Yeah, whilst we're having a bit of a break, waiting for the show.
It was a fun match. It wasn't like too quick and it wasn't too slow. So, because if it was too quick, it would have been a bit boring. But I think because they held their own quite well, really. So I think it made it more interesting rather than just getting capped on all the time. But they did really well, and individual players did really well as well, like Abracadabra.
Yeah, I think
he did good.
I think I have to mention Average because he did get a couple of very good steals. He didn't get the support, and that's what ended up TT recovering very quickly. But I think he could have made a stalemate at least once on that map. On the second map, I should say.
And A Gentle Morning did quite good as well.
A Gentle Morning did manage to save it a couple of times. I was very impressed with him. It should be mentioned that 2 of the 3 players we were just talking about were on No Name Yet. It wasn't just the jailers playing, as they couldn't get the players. 3 of the players from No Name Yet actually stepped in, being Gene Furren, A Gentle Morning, and Average. I would also, just looking whilst we're still waiting for the next map to start, I would say the stats from the last round, you'll be very interested to know that or very unsurprised to know that Castle Bravo did the most damage and killed the most.
Yep. Makes sense.
Just after him, it was kind of a 3-way tie between Fat, who is, I think, Fat Mob, As Prince, or Felix, and Squantonius.
Yeah.
I should also say the really good assassinate from Projected was the only kill he got that game.
Oh.
Which is unfortunate,
well,
but I mean,
it was a good kill, you know.
And it's what I'm saying. You don't have to kill a lot as long as you make the kills that you do get count.
Definitely, yeah. That was a very good assassinate.
I think it's a few things that you have to really mention with insta kill classes like Archer and Assassin. And Pyro sometimes. Sometimes those Archer, Assassin, Pyro might not get the most kills in a game, but the kills that they can get matter a hell of a lot more than perhaps the other team.
Yeah.
The real thing about Archer and Assassin is people often assume that because they kill more, they are more effective, and that's not true. They can be very effective in their role. Say an Archer's role is to I don't know, for example, distract the enemy archer, say.
Yeah.
If they do a better job of distracting him by not killing him, which, frankly, that's probably true, because if they're killing him, they're allowed to get to spawn. They can go a different way around that archer. If they keep him busy for a longer amount of time, they can't essentially fire away, because if they look away, they get killed by the archer.
Yeah.
But by just aiming a little bit to the side, they keep them on toes, distract them for longer. And I think that's worth mentioning. The same thing around, if they get targeted, they might not be able to get as many kills. But the kills that, as I say, the kills that they do get might matter. They might get more recoveries.
Yeah, definitely.
And as I say, the same thing applies to assassin. You get a lot of deaths as assassin. You might only get 1 kill as an assassin, but
the kills
the one,
count.
as we saw with Rejected, there mattered. It saved them capping a little bit. Saved about 30 seconds. I believe the problem we're stalling right now is because Revenant have lost a player and they need to get another one.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
I would be expecting Pepe to play Archer and Zafina to go Soldier defense, I think.
Yeah, me too. And then...
Now, if I were to guess, I would say Zafina's probably the best PvPer on Revenant.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say that, but I mean, Mr. Costco can definitely hold his own, but I would say Zafina's probably marginally better.
Yeah. And then on Annie, Brandino will probably be Archer, and then...
Yes, Brandino will be the Archer, there's no question about that. Unless, the only reason Brandino wouldn't go Archer is because Felix wants to try something. Yeah. He's definitely not the better Archer of the two. But that's not to say he's bad by any means, but the problem with Felix is he plays very defensively. And that can have ramifications. Like with Pizza, when he plays Archer, he has the benefit of the way he plays means that he can still do a lot, kill a lot, without necessarily having the same kind of map influence as other archers do. Brandino's very map dominant. He likes to dominate the midfield. He likes to get in there. Yeah. But that also brings a lot of attention to himself. It brings a lot of targets. The same thing with me. I like to dominate the midfield. That brings a hell of a lot of people on me.
Yeah.
With Pizza, it's completely the opposite. He likes to go from a position, from hiding. And yes, the positions are a bit weird, but he still gets the kills.
He definitely does.
He doesn't get on him. He doesn't get as many people on him. And because he doesn't get as many people on him, he's able to make those shots count. The downside comes because he's quite unorthodox, he doesn't go for the midfield, which means that it allows the other team without, other players to dominate it. And that can bring problems, let's say. Now with Felix, it's similar to Pizza, only it's more conventional defense rather than orthodox. So he likes to play defensively so that he's able to kill things, but he doesn't like to be targeted. He likes to play very defensively, and that allows him to get the shots that matter. And I definitely wouldn't criticize him for that. But it does. Yeah, first of all, like Pizza, it opens up the midfield for another archer, and very key. The second problem with it is that because of the positions are more limited. You have to be even more accurate because unless you can hit them from very specific locations, you're going to essentially let them get away.
Yeah.
Anyway, for this side, I'd definitely say Brandino's the better too.
Yeah, definitely.
Bit of a tangent, but we have the time.
I don't know whether Annie are going to drop someone for Revenant.
Brandino is switching between the two for no reason. Slayway joined for some reason.
Oh, an extra player?
Helping? Slayway helping?
Is Slayway going to play for them? SDQ's going to be home in 5 minutes.
Get out, Slayway. We don't need your boat spam here.
Well, they're starting in 25 seconds, so...
Slayway better get out or be spec'd by that time, otherwise it's going to be very awkward for him.
Need players.
No.
Well, Revenant do.
Revenant do, but not your team. Get out. I would say, I think the biggest failing of Revenant right now is the coordination.
Yeah.
I think they have the basics to be a good team, but I don't know who's organising them. But it's clearly not working for them because that was just it was just a clear misplay. They shouldn't have chosen that map, and they shouldn't have chosen the defense for that map. But they did. and it ended up costing them because I think they could have stalled out a lot longer.
I'm not sure how many talk in the call for Revenant.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a secondary issue because I think just straight from the outset, I mean, there clearly wasn't proper because no experienced strategist would have ever allowed that defense to be what it is.
So Squan is out.
It's just not right. Brandino's having fun just firing at a particular soldier. The soldier's avoiding him for the moment.
And Squan got the medic as well. He only got the
Brandino didn't actually headshot anybody there, but
didn't get the restore
he
yet.
did definitely slow down.
Now he got the restore.
There are 3 players coming to try and recover, but realistically, he's not going. Brandino is
taking
also
a good route,
doing a good job of harassing the enemy offense so that they can't steal.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a cap for Annihilation. Now, the other person we haven't really mentioned yet, which is amazing given his Annihilation, we haven't mentioned Austin right now, and he seems to be doing a lot of damage.
Yep. I just saw him kill a soldier there.
I think that's going to be the 2 biggest obstacles on defense to overcome. Brandino and Austin. If they can get through that, they can break Annihilation. I would say targeting at least one of them would have been a good plan because if Brandino sees a frozen people, he will headshot them.
Yeah.
Goes to Gasco. Recover that. That was
Burning is playing Necro offense. So
I'm not sure how well that's going for him. He does actually steal that, but I think he's good. He might die here.
He's using his zombies.
Oh, he is getting lightninged around. Oh, yeah, see,
lucky.
That's why it pays to be at least a bit serious and take the enemy seriously.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you just look stupid if you fail.
Yeah. Feel like why?
You just look. Doing that to a team is just being an ass. You can't do that.
Ridiculing them a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I can kind of understand if they literally pass to like a pyro to give them credit for doing such good work. I can kind of see that as a decent gesture. Just literally going in and trying to steal his necro is just blatant.
Yeah. He's going in again with his zombies.
And he doesn't manage to steal it this time.
Doggies stole, and he does get the heal.
I don't think there's going to be much to stop Doggies.
Unless Mr. Costco
there is a mage there.
Frees him.
There is a mage.
Oh,
I would say it's good that they have a mage now, because I think mage can really help.
I think Doggies needs the medic again.
He does, but the medic's right behind him. Now, will he be... The question is, will he die before...
He needs to slow down for Nin.
No, there's not going to be anybody to support him now.
No, he just got the heal.
Yeah, that's going to be a capture now. Unless there's an amazing headshot, which I seriously doubt.
That was quite a good chance for...
From the looks of things, nobody's even attempting to pressure Brandino, and nobody's attempting to headshot him, which is probably the worst thing you could ever do.
Burning still attempting the Necro Cap, but failing again.
Most of the things, Brandino has been harassed for at least a little bit, because he's on 1.5 hearts right now.
Yeah, he is.
But I would say, clearly, they haven't got the idea of keeping someone on him, because
Squad is out.
He's still there. He does seem to be pretty safe.
He does, he got the medic.
Why did K-Rex just fall off and die? I'm not quite sure why he did that. 6-kill streak from Brandino. Pretty good. I'm guessing, what was Zafina playing? I thought she was playing Soldier Defense or something. It seems
she seems to be on offense right now.
It seems that Felix has actually started to take things seriously and go Soldier, a much better choice.
And he's getting further this time.
He is definitely getting further this time because he's actually decided to take them seriously, which is what he should have been doing from the start.
Looks like he's going to try to go up. He's going
I would say Zafina is actually playing Soldier Defense.
Yeah.
Which would explain why she killed Brandino. Felix does actually have the support there. He's having a lot of trouble. It's a lot messy in relation to other captures, so he is getting there.
Oh, the mage. The lightning.
As I say, this is much messier than last. You can tell the kind of inexperience he has at the capping, but if he's practicing, I think he'll be pretty good.
He got it, at least. He got it.
Yeah, he definitely got it. I mean, there wasn't much to stop him, but...
No.
We should point that out.
It's
not like it was... He was helped a little bit along the way, but...
He really snowballing this.
Because he did manage to get the capture. And he did actually knock away Ghost Gasco, so...
Yeah.
Antonius is being harassed and does die there.
Good
It
defending
looks like
by the
the
soldiers.
Revenant defense has reset, which is good for at least something. Another big problem here, Brandino's still not being targeted. Why is there nobody on him? He's
Yeah,
able to essentially
he's
headshot
free.
anything he wants. I mean, we just saw it. He literally just headshot the medic.
Oh, STQ is here. It's a
STQ
bit late.
has arrived. It's very late because there's only one to go. It's Felix again, and I don't know how far he is,
Going across
but
mid.
he is pretty much halfway across the map right now with nobody on him. Another very, very questionable play here. Where is the archer for Revenant? There should be an archer for Revenant.
Revenant have a steal here.
They do, and
He's
they are
going
getting fairly far. But he's right in the path of Brandino. That's gonna be fun for him.
I'm not sure whether he has any stake.
Who's that as well? That's
The medic is there. The medic is running away. Oh, and that was so
the
unlucky.
recovery, and I think this is going to be the capture.
Oh, STQ's ninja.
STQ saved it with a ninja steal.
Looks like he's going to
He is getting far. He's managed to take this to a stalemate, I think. He jumped off the map to save himself.
Passed it to someone.
That was good.
Oh,
that
was very close.
That was very close. The problem is now they've got a medic on it, and that was fantastic from STQ. Saved literally in the nick of time.
They really do need to get on Brandino now, though.
They really need to get on Brandino, and they really need to get on Austin. Funny feeling that they will be sending Austin on them.
Will they pass it?
Felix, meanwhile, has got basically no support aside from one medic. I think that's probably very heavily offensive. And Zafina has now started playing Archer.
They're passing. Oh!
They're enjoying some.
They pass and Austin picked it up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Zafina and Brandino are having some fun. Neither have been able to kill each other so far. But it doesn't matter because that's going to be the match over.
Yeah.
Now, who would you say was the player of the game in all that?
I don't know.
It's kind of hard to say.
I mean, I don't know. Felix was doing a good job of capping.
Let's have a quick look. I mean, I would say, just looking at it, Doggies did a fantastic job.
Doggies, yeah.
By far did the most damage on both maps and killed the most on both maps. So in that sense, he was probably ideal offensive support.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of damage, clearing flag rooms and.
Yeah, and again, I think the same thing applies to what with Annihilation's last match. Brandino was good, but he really wasn't as good as we've seen him in the past. So I feel if we're going to stand out, I think no, I don't really want to choose him. I would say, I think Doggies deserves it today.
Yeah.
Just because of the amount of damage he did.
I mean,
I think we've seen that it didn't take the best capper in the world to cap there. I mean, Felix is not the most experienced, but he did manage to capture because of the support and the team. So I don't think he really, as much as I think it was skilled that he did it, I don't think it really makes sense.
Yeah.
I definitely think Doggies deserves it.
Give it to Doggies then.
Yeah. So, but I think we should also give just an honourable mention to STQ because he did actually save that.
Yeah, for saving that.
Yeah.
And almost having a long stalemate.
Not quite player of the game worthy, just because it didn't end up with any cap. But yes, I think I think what really went wrong for pure coordination.
Yeah.
I think they had the raw materials, but they clearly didn't have a good plan for either map. I think the map choice was wrong as well.
And it was a shame that STQ joined so late as well.
Yes, but I mean, you can't help being busy.
No.
I think you should be here if you were chosen if you said you'd play, but at the same time, you can't help.
Yeah.
But I think what should have been really controlled is the right roles for the right map, and I definitely don't think that happened there.
Mhm.
So that concludes this commentation of Annihilation versus Revenant. That's a quick 3-0-5-0 to Annihilation. Player of the game goes to Doggies with an honorable mention to SDQ. I'm Proterozoic. That's your 6, and we'll see you next time for another episode of Match Spotlight Whitley. That'll be next week now. Bye.
Bye.